Hello and welcome. This video is about the things that you need to consider if you're a first-time car buyer. Buying a new car is a major purchase decision. That's why it should be done with utmost care. New car buyers come from different life situations, yet the know-how for intelligent car buying remains the same. We want to be able to choose the specific car model that gives the best value for our money. When looking at the financial needs for a car purchase, we should always look at the total ownership cost of buying a car. Owning a car will entail additional expenses like insurance and registration, fuel costs, repair and maintenance, toll and parking, and upkeep. You should be able to provide for these expenses if you're planning to buy a new car. Insurance for new cars is a one-time big yearly expense that needs to be planned for. When negotiating for terms of payment, the key is how to keep your interest payment to the lowest that you can afford. This can be done by increasing the down payment or decreasing the loan period or both. You may need to wait a bit longer to be able to save a larger down payment amount, but it can pay you back in a smaller monthly payments. Shop around with several dealers and choose the best offer that suits your financial situation. The type of car that you should buy would naturally follow your present life status. Yet this decision may not be an optimal one. A less intuitive but more practical approach would be to project your life status 10 years from now and use it to determine the appropriate car type that you should buy. If you imagine yourself getting married within 10 years, then you should opt for a bigger car rather than a small one. The place where you live and work, as well as the road situations where you expect to travel, could likewise affect the type of car that will suit your needs. Choose a sturdy vehicle if you expect to drive on bumpy roads in the near future. Select a vehicle with a high ground clearance if there will be flooding on the roads that you travel on in the years ahead. With regard to the engine, your major decision point would center around power versus fuel cost. A large engine will obviously provide more power but will also entail huge fuel cost. You must choose which factor is more important or which consideration you think you can readily sacrifice. Or you can strike a happy medium and go for a mid-size engine of 1.4 to 1.5 liters. Automatic transmission adds a considerable sum to the price of the car. Tackle this decision point by following this simple rule. If the age of the would-be driver is 50 or less, opt for the manual transmission. But if the would-be driver is expected to reach 60 within 10 years, go for the automatic. When it comes to safety, at least two factors are of prime importance. One would be dual airbags, that is, one for the driver and one for the passenger in the front seat. In addition, the car must have an anti-lock braking system. These provide protection to the passengers in case of crash and against skidding when back braking on wet and slippery roads at fast speeds. When it comes to accessories, two items are of paramount importance. One is car window rain guard that prevents rain from getting inside the car when the window is slightly opened. The other is a vehicle tracking system that can help you locate your car in case it is forcibly taken or stolen. A car will not last forever, and after some years, repair and maintenance costs will increase to an unsustainable level. You don't want to own your car too long to the point when you will need to replace too many major parts. How you take care of your car will determine how fast your car will deteriorate. You need to sell your car before it loses too much value. Regular maintenance can keep your car engine in good shape. Having a covered garage would go a long way in preserving the body of your car. If this is not available, using a tent or car cover regularly can help slow down paint fading or rust buildup. One thing that should be avoided is going crazy over personalizing your car and changing stock parts with aftermarket offerings. This could make it harder for you to sell your car when it comes time to sell it. It would also drive down the resale value of your car. What you want to have is a simple car that is fuel efficient and cheap to maintain. Avoid the bells and whistles that unduly increase the price of the car. If you can reasonably use the car safely without them, then you can dispense with them. Some driving enthusiasts suggest getting second-hand cars for the first-time car buyers. They reason that you lose lesser value if you damage an old car than a new one. However, take note that major parts of the old car are due to break down at any moment. Hence, you are bound to incur a big amount for the repair of the old car. Also, some of those who sell their cars are more than happy to dispose of their cars which have become a burden to them. By buying a second hand, you pay the seller while he transfers to you that burden. Watch out for changes in government regulatory and taxation environment that may impact the price of the cost of using and maintaining your car. If there are looming increase in excise or sales tax, you may have to act expeditiously to minimize the negative effects of such increase. You may have to redo your financial calculations if in case those increases are to be imposed. These are just a few factors that you need to consider when buying a new car. Acquiring a vehicle is a complex process that cannot be discussed completely in a short video. This video is just meant to start your thinking or planning if you plan to acquire a motor vehicle in the very near future. It is merely intended to present some, but not all issues that need to be resolved during the vehicle acquisition process. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope to see you again in my next presentation.